Hello, in this video, I'll show you how to use two lights in or for three setups. So you're basically going to be using two lights in three different setups to get the best out of studio portraits. So in case you haven't liked the video, simply like the video and don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't subscribed to this channel. So the very first thing for studio images, as you know, is first of all taking a test photo. And before I go into testing the test photo, my camera setup, I'm using the Tamron 70-200mm lens on the Canon 6D. So this is the first model of Canon 6D and the Tamron 70-200mm f2.8 lens. And for the lights, I'm using two lights, that is the Godox 8600BM. One is in the 165 centimeter umbrella, and the other is placed in the back to act as a backlight or the rim light or the hair light to separate the subject from the background. So that is the two light setup I'm going to be using for this session. So for the camera settings, you're going to start shooting at ISO 160, aperture 5.6, and the shutter speed is 1 out of 200th of a second because we don't want to go into high speed sync in studio, because high speed sync is going to reduce on the strength of the lights in this case. So we have to keep the shutter speed to the maximum of our limited camera shutter speed, which is 1 out of 200th of a second, because we don't want to go into high speed sync by going above that shutter speed. So after understanding that, the next thing is going to be, I'm going to be shooting in RAW and JPEG. And for the white balance, I'll be shooting at 5900 kelvins. And in the picture style, I'm shooting in landscape. And brief information about the picture style, I'm shooting sharpness all out the maximum, contrast to the maximum, saturation left neutral or in the middle at 0, and color tone left at 0. So those are my camera settings. So for studio photos, the very first thing you have to do, this is setup number 1. First of all, cut out the ambient lighting in studio, and the photo you capture at this point has to be dark or very underexposed so that you can see little details in the image. So that is what I'm going to be doing at this point. So I'll just take that photo. So I'm going to turn off my trigger and I take the test photo in this case. So I'm just going to take just this. And as you can see on the screen, the image looks pitch black or dark. So I'm just going to come and I turn on my trigger and I show you what the hair light is going to be contributing to this very image. So let me just have you pause. Yeah. Okay. I just want to show you what the hair light is contributing. So this is the image on the screen, and it's just showing the hair light or the rim light to separate the subject from the background. And I'll just come and turn on my main light. So for the hair light, it is basically at 1 out of 4. And for the main light, you're just going to start at 1 out of 16 power. So I'm just going to come and I turn on my main light or the key light, and I take a photo with both lights. So this is the image with both lights coming into play. Let me just take another one. So as you can see, right now we have a shadow on the opposite side of the main light. So what we want to do, you're just going to introduce in a reflector. So the purpose of this reflector is to eliminate the shadow on the opposite side of the main light. So we're just going to just put in the reflector and we're just going to take another photo. And as you can see, it has slightly tried to eliminate the amount of shadow on the opposite side of the subject. When you feel like it is not effective enough, you can just move it closer to the subject and take another photo. So let me just have you both. Yeah, both hands. So let me just take another test image. And as you can see, this looks better than where we started. So when you feel like you want to improve this and make it even better, you can improvise or introduce in another reflector. In case you want to do a little bit more of the beauty shots, so you can just put in this reflector, but you can as well work without it. So I've introduced in the curved reflector, and the purpose is to eliminate the shadow beneath the model's chin and to create a catch light in the model's eyes. So let me just take this. I want it to look, yeah. And as you can see, with these two other reflectors introduced in the shot, the shadows are going to be minimal in the image. So I'm just going to take more of the photos. I want you to look straight into the camera. Don't give me a side view. Lower your chin. Higher chin. Yeah, better. And as you can see, the image is looking perfect. And by the way, all the photos you're looking at the screen are straight out of camera and they're not edited at all. So let's have a little bit more of the poses and we get done with this setup. So this is setup number 1, and we're just going to go straight into setup number 2 after taking some photos. So let's have you pause. Don't over tilt the head. You're over tilting the head. That's too much. Don't over tilt. Look straight into the camera. Do a pose that you're doing. You're tilting this side. Yeah, perfect. Raise your chin a little. Okay, this is better. Let me take that. Okay, this is beautiful. So we're just going to go straight into setup number 2, and I'll show you how it is going to be turning out at the end of the day. So let's go into setup number 2 for this next session. This is setup number 2, and you're still using 2 lights for this kind of setup. And for the lights, we are using the Godox 8600 BM, 2 lights, one as the main light in this octa, and the other is placed right here behind the model in our umbrella that we use for the first setup. So we just want the background to be white, and for the effect of the umbrella, you'll be seeing that it's going to create a little bit of highlights on the subject, create some separation. So it is going to create some dimension on the subject's body to create those beautiful highlights around the edges of the subject, because the light from the softbox is going to be covering or creating some rim light on the edge of the subject. So for the settings, we are still using ISO 125, 1 out of 200th of a second, and the aperture we are shooting at, we have slightly closed down on the aperture, or we have narrowed the aperture to 6.3. So I'm just going to take and show you the photo right now. Let me just have you pause. Yeah, I like that. And you can see the result and how perfect this is. Yeah. So you can see that it creates some separation between the subject and the background. So always ensure that, let me just have you raise your chin, push behind a little. Yeah. Can I have this other hand on the hip? Yeah. So always push this side a little. Yeah. So always direct your subject or direct the model for every photo that you're trying to take at this point. So the idea here is the umbrella is acting as a white background for this kind of session, as you have seen the images on the screen. So in order to modify this into a beauty kind of setup, this is what we have to do. We're just going to introduce this curve reflector, and we are going to take some headshots for this kind of setup. So for this, whenever you want to take photos of the face, make sure you move this higher so that it can create more room for your white background. So I'm just going to open and raise this higher, just like this. And this is going, make sure this, the Godox is not seen in the shot. So I'm just going to take this slower. I feel like that is perfect. So we are going to be using the same settings for the headshots. Come forward. Yeah, so I'm just going to take your face. So you can pose with the hands close to your face. Move this side a little. That's too much. Okay, there. And as you can see, it is separating the subject and creating some highlights. So I've reduced the ISO to ISO 100 because the image was bright. You can see I'm moving this side. I can see it in the background. Then do your pause. Okay, let me just move a little. Nice. So let me just focus on your face alone so that my subscribers can see the effect of the backlight. So I'm just taking your face. I want these people to see the effect of the backlight. Don't over tilt the head. Look forward. Okay. Can I just have you do this? Okay. No, don't do this. Just look straight. Perfect. Let me get another one. So I would like to get a closer one on your face so that these people can see the edge light from. I just want to see your hand somewhere, or you could, yeah, but don't over tilt the head. Then for the elbow, just, no, that's too much. Don't do this, just do this. Just want to get your face. So I hope you can see the results on the screen for our second setup, and you're going to go straight into the last setup for using just two lights in studio. Finally, we're in setup number 3, and for setup number 3, this is going to be the main light, which is boomed away from the subject using the C stand, and still Godox AD600BM. This is the main light, and for the power of the main light, it is set to 1 out of 4. Yeah, because it is slightly higher and the softbox or the octa is double diffused. Then for the edge light or the rim light, it is set to 1 out of 32. That is for the edge light or the rim light. And the purpose of the rim light, it is to separate the subject from the background. So you can see on this side of the subject, you can see the rim light creating this kind of edge light. So the edge light is basically separation between the subject and the background, and it makes the subject stand out in this case. For the camera settings, I'm using the same settings that we started with. ISO 100, shutter speed 1 out of 200th of a second, f 5.6, and let's start shooting. The pause that we initially did. Okay. Look straight into a camera. Yeah, better. Perfect. Yeah. Nice. Let me get another one. Same pose. Perfect. Nice. Let me have a full one. You're going to do this. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm taking a full pic. Perfect. So I'm getting some shadows down. So what I'll do for the shadows down, I'll just introduce the reflector and place it just down here to eliminate the shadows down on your legs. So let's redo the full one. I feel like it's not effective enough. Just place it there. Let's do. That's too much. Can you move the upper body? Same pose, but just turn the upper body towards me. So this is how you can use two lights for your studio photography in 3 setups like I've showed you in this video. And if you have found the video helpful, simply like the video and don't forget to subscribe. If you have been watching and you aren't subscribed to this channel, Ronnie's from Ronnie's Photography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in more videos on this channel. Don't forget, keep practicing, and as well keep creating. And by the way, the model is Tasha, as you can see her right there. So this is it. Don't forget, keep practicing, and as well keep creating and like the video.